Hey Dennis, how are you?
Hey Keith, how's it going?
Going good, man. Going good. So, how was your day so far?
Oh, so good. Really good. In fact, check this out.
Oh, amazing! It's
They just came in today.
amazing. Great to see that. Great to see that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about last time about
No
the
worries.
the mess up.
Oh, no worries, Dennis. No worries at all. It's totally fine. So, Dennis, speaking, your second full-length album, Principle, is to be out on May 15. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting and the production that goes behind this new album?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Principle was written almost completely within the last year or two uh, during the time that I've been touring around the world with Toto. So
Yeah.
these guys and all this music definitely played an influential role in the way that I've been writing recently. But also, when I talk about this album, I like to say that I I get in the car and I try to decide what I'm going to put on to listen to, and I wanted to write that album. I wanted to write the album that I would want to put on and listen to when
Yeah.
I'm driving around or just during the day if I'm doing something at home. What's something that's really going to speak to me, and what's something that would actually be entertaining, fun, and captivating and relevant to listen to. And so I thought, let me go and create that album. So a lot of these songs, I mean, all of the songs just came from a very genuine place and
Yeah.
experience throughout the day and throughout the year or so of writing that went into it. And some of the songs are older and existed before the rest of the album did. But that was a lot of it. And then, of course, to include all of my friends in the band in Toto, and then a couple other friends on it as well. So all of the contributions from everybody
Yeah.
definitely just brought the album up to a whole other level too.
Amazing, amazing. And this principle has some kind of a concept or a theme behind it.
Well, not so intentionally or purposefully in terms of saying, well, here's what the album's about, but definitely, as anyone does when writing an album, it's going to reflect a lot of what's in that person's heart.
Yeah.
And for me, that was something that I thought was wrapped up well in the word principle, because principle means something that isn't just true when it's convenient or some of the time. Principle is something that's true all of the time, and it's about following your heart and about following what's really true and being honest about it. So I always, when I'm writing a song, I ask myself that question: is let's get to the principle of the matter here.
Mm.
Let's see, what is this really about? It's kind of like when someone is bringing up an argument or just telling you something from a very emotional place, and you say, well, where's this really coming from? That's what
Mm.
writing a song is to me. It's this riff is bursting out of the guitar, or these notes are flowing out of my fingers through the piano, and these words are coming to me, these syllables, these melodies, and I go, where is this coming from? And what is it that's trying to be said here? Not just what am I trying to say, but what is trying to be said. And to me, that's what the word principle means. It's about digging into that and finding what the message is within those words. So
Amazing,
that's the
amazing,
theme.
amazing. And talking about the artwork of Principle, would you like to tell me the theme and the work behind it?
Oh, well, it just so happens to be sitting right here.
Yeah.
Uh, this was actually kind of a funny story. Is I worked with an artist, a big Toto fan in Germany. Her
Mhm.
name is Sabrina Lau, Unicorn Cat, and we'd worked together before on creating some other artwork that'll come out on another release before we worked on this one. And we had the logo, and we worked so long on this other artwork that I said, on this album, I'm going to send you the album
Mm.
and you're going to make whatever you want. And I don't want to go back and forth on it a million times. I want you to send me the final version, and I just have to say okay. I mean, if I like it.
Yeah.
And I said, the only my only rule is, and then I put a square, and I put
Yeah.
the logo at the top of the square, and I put principal at the bottom of the square, and then I said that's the only rule, and if you want, and then I drew like a very funny
Mm.
like smiley face or something in the
Yeah.
middle of the album, like me with curly hair or something. And I said, and if you want, you could do something like that, like me in the middle of the album. Well, fast forward a couple months, and bammo, I got this in my email. And I
Amazing.
went, there it is, that's it. And I sent it to my friends, and they were all blown away, and we were all blown away. So she listens to the album, and I could tell that she did when she made.
Yeah.
When I looked at it, I could hear the album when I was looking at the painting, because it really just it totally speaks to the energy of
Yeah.
what's happening on the album, and
See.
that's
Amazing.
the genius of Sabrina right there.
Beautiful, beautiful. And speaking of the singles and the music videos that has been released, Violent Power and Different World, and totally worked with the member of Toto in this music video. So, how do you feel about this outcome? And would you like to tell me a bit on the making of this music video?
Absolutely. So, Violent Power was something I felt like we had this really strong song,
Mm,
and how am I going to put out a video to match that without $1 million Hollywood budget? So I was pretty overwhelmed by the concept, and I got up one day right after I'd moved in here to this studio, and I thought, I'm just going to start making something so that I have something. And I so did not feel like it. I can't even tell you how much I just thought, this is not going to. Well, I came up with something, and some of that actually ended up in the final video,
mm,
and it definitely got me going on it. And it's one of those things where you don't want to start, and then once you start, you're so happy you did it,
yeah,
because it completely moved me into another place. It kicked off, like I said, I had just moved in here, and that kicked off my productivity in this studio tremendously. That day was like, from then on, I've been killing it in here. But what I had come up with was very much just a rough draft. And when I showed it to a few people, they were like, okay, so what are you going to do for the actual video? And I showed it to Joe Williams, the Toto
yeah,
singer,
yeah,
the multi-talented Joseph Williams. And he says, well, look, here's what works and here's what doesn't work, and we can do this. And he came up with a way of accomplishing what you now see in the music video.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like he said, there were certain things that worked about that starting rough draft that I had, and with some editing and fun things like that. So the video actually became something really cool. It took a little while, and it was a new experience for me, because I've never really made a music video like
mhm,
that before. So with Joseph's help, that's what became the Violent Power video. And I mean, it's fun, and it's energetic, and it just speaks to the vibe of the song very well. So thanks to Joe for that. And then now, yeah, we have Different World is another video that came out, shot by my friend Jeremiah Mott, and that one's pretty simple in terms of the video as far as that goes. And we have another video coming out in just a couple days here. It might be out by the time this
yeah.
interview is posted, which is for games. And Joseph also helped shoot games, and he's actually making a cameo appearance in
Wow.
games. So that'll be fun too.
Amazing, amazing. And speaking on the album, 11 songs, and listening to this music, like it's totally amazing experience, I would say. Like bring,
Oh,
going back to some of the golden era of music, and the vocals, the musicianship, everything came so beautifully in this new album. And I
oh,
totally
thank
love
you.
each and every song here. And being a creator of the music, how do you feel about the outcome?
Oh, well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. I like I said, I wanted to make the album that I wanted to listen to, but I had a rule, which was I'm not allowed to listen to it till it's done. So I do that sometimes if I'm making a demo and I start rocking out to it too soon, and I play it on repeat, and then I never finish it, because it's like you give yourself the reward before the thing's done, and then you don't finish it. So I said, when it's done, I can listen to it as much as I want. And I gotta say, I mean, it might sound like an arrogant thing to say, I'm sorry, but I love listening to this album.
Mm,
It's fun to listen back to, and once the final master was done, and it was like, okay, I could put this on in the car, I could rock out to it here, I could show my friends. It was just fun, and there's so many good feelings attached to it too because of all the people that contributed and collaborated on it. So I feel like I'm hanging out with all of them when I listen to the album, and I guess I feel a little bit like I'm hanging out with the different sides of myself. I'm hanging out with all of my various personalities too. So you know what? Throw the album on the stereo and hang out with all of my various personalities. Those are the 11 tracks on on the album. How's that?
Amazing, man, amazing. Awesome, awesome. And are there some big plans on the day of the release?
Day of release, I'm going to drop a video for a fourth song,
Wow.
the fourth single, we'll call it, and that will be. Am I allowed? Am I allowed to say that's going to be "We Can Be the Future," which is the final track on the album. So that one's also going to get a video, and that's what we'll do on the day of, and then all of the vinyls and CDs are going to arrive at people's houses and PO boxes or wherever they sent them, and that's going to be what happens on release day. So
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And will there be some touring info involved with your solo band?
oh, absolutely. Now, there's no current plans on
Mm.
the books. There's no dates announced yet or anything or booked yet or anything like that. But I have the band coming over here right into this room to rehearse. We've been going over some of the songs, and that's the ultimate goal is we're going to get out there and start playing this stuff live. So, I
Amazing.
want to see you there.
Yeah, oh, that will be amazing. And will there be plans to bring in members of Toto into any of your touring in the future?
That's a good idea. I mean, I would love to do that. It's really up to them. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like they were so unbelievably cool to be a part of this thing on the album to be involved. As far as whether they would show up and do something live, I mean, I suppose if we're in LA, that would be fun. You know that I'm down. I'm totally down for that idea.
Amazing, amazing. And you are recently touring a lot with Toto, and now your solo album is coming up. And how would you like to tell me how this all happened with Toto? Toto is an awesome, amazing band from the early 70s. So how do you feel while working along with them now?
Yeah, I believe it or not, I wasn't there in the early '70s to hang out
I
with
know.
them when I was. I I tried. I was calling them all the time in 1982, and I just couldn't get them to pick up the phone. It might have been because I wasn't born yet. I'm not sure, but eventually, somehow, I finagled my way in there. No, what happened was I was playing with Ron Bumblefoot Thal, who is one of the most incredible virtuoso guitar players of all time. And I was playing with him in a cover band, believe it or not. And these guys were really, really good, this cover band. And Bumblefoot would come sit in with us as a special guest. And I made friends with him. And one day out of the blue, I got a text from him saying he referred me to Toto. The text actually just said, "Hey, do you know a lot of Toto songs?" So I thought that he might be wanting to play more Toto songs in the band or something. But he said, "I referred you to them. They're looking for someone. They need someone right away." And he he felt bad about about referring me if what it meant for me playing in the cover band, the Trip. But he thought, well, I can't withhold this from you, and definitely can't. Don't want to withhold you from them either. It was a really good match on both sides, and the Trip is going to understand, and they did, and and the that's basically how it happened. Ron was on a text thread with Luke, Steve Lukather,
Yeah, yeah.
and Luke sent out a message to those guys and just basically said, "Hey, I need someone who can play keys and sing the high harmonies. Do you guys know anybody?" And Bumblefoot was like, "I got your guy. I know exactly who you need." So that's what happened. I was on the phone with Luke 2 days later. I always tell this funny story about how I was flying from Burbank to Iowa, and then I had to stop in Arizona on the way. And when I was in Arizona, my friend just happened to be learning Rosanna for his cover band.
Yeah.
And anyway, you can hear me tell this story. I've like told it like 10 million times now, so I feel like I'm repeating myself. But it was really funny because my friend taught me how to play Rosanna like the day before I got the call from Luke. So of course I called my friend up. I was like, "Guess what just happened? You just taught the new keyboard player of Toto how to play Rosanna." And he was like, "What? I don't think I won't be telling people that." So yeah, it was definitely a whirlwind experience. And then
Amazing.
after that phone call with Luke, we were on stage 6 weeks later in Luxembourg in front of 20,000 people, and never looked back. It's just been a really really wonderful ride so far, and everyone's been amazing.
Amazing, amazing. And what would be some of the most exciting, amazing moment over your career?
The most exciting moment of my career,
Yeah.
uh, other than getting the call from Luke to join Toto. um, no, there's been some really, really fun moments with the band, which one of them was when we played in the Netherlands. And it was the biggest headlining show that Toto had has ever done to this day. I mean, the amount of tickets sold at that show for however they've managed to do this over the years, they've rebuilt this thing, and the success of the band is it's like it's bigger than ever. And I came in at such an amazing time. I'm so lucky. But last year we played in the Netherlands, and I think it was 34,000 people, 34,000 tickets sold for Toto
Mm.
and Christopher Cross. And just watching the excitement of the other guys that had been doing it all this time, especially Luke, who'd just been at every show for the last 50 years, and then watching his baby was just
Mm.
playing this big stadium, and that was a really fun, happy
Mm.
moment for everybody just to watch that. So
Amazing, amazing. And moving on from principal, what will be next for you?
whew, let's see. I've been so wrapped up in this. I've been, I want to like you said, I want to get out and play this music
Yeah,
live. I have an entire, not just this album, but an entire album before that, My Magical Wonderland,
yeah,
to play music from that as well. And there will eventually be a re-release of that as well, because that was released in 2021
yeah,
just on CD, and I only made a few CDs, and now I want to get them properly remastered and everything, and get it out in a new fancy version.
yeah.
So that'll be happening eventually. If I'm not, kind of getting ahead of ourselves here by even thinking about that, but that'll happen. And I also, when I get out to play live, I want to play that, and I have. I guess I'm looking back instead of looking forward right now. But I also had another band with
Mm.
an incredible album that we put out that we never really played any of those songs live. That was called Initiator, and so we'll probably throw in some of those songs. And so looking forward, I'm just looking forward to building that band and having that repertoire of music, and then building from there, and making more songs and collaborating with more people and putting out more music. I have so much more music written, and it's like it's the biggest it's just the most rewarding thing finally getting it all out there.
Amazing.
So yeah, more of that, more of getting songs out there, the old songs, brand new songs, things I'm writing right now as we speak, things that I've written in the past few days. I can't wait to get it on an album one day and get people to hear it. So I'm always looking forward to the next thing, but I'm also so wrapped up in this print. It's not even out yet. We're talking about this, and it's like this album
Yeah.
isn't even out yet. But I've got a million things on my agenda to get done, and I'm always enjoying it. Making more social media videos and things like that too. So, but yeah, for now, what's next on the agenda? Principle. We gotta
Absolutely.
get that. It's gonna come out in 1 month from right now, on May 15th. So
Amazing, amazing. And Dennis, so finally, any message that you have for the fans around the world?
absolutely. Let me think. No. No. Okay. But I wanted to just say, sorry, bad joke. It's dumb. I wanted to say thank you so much for supporting live music and recorded music, and for everybody that's picked up one of these albums and come out to a Toto show. It's been such a blast getting to share this gift of music with everybody, and even if you're just at home watching the videos and listening to the music, just as much to you as well. I get such a tremendous joy, tremendous pleasure out of connecting with everybody out there on social media and all around the world who who's connecting. We're all getting connected to each other through the power of music. It's a very beautiful thing.
Awesome. And Dennis, it was a real pleasure to meet you today and have this amazing interview to speak on Principle, your new upcoming album in May 15th, and a lot of other great stuff that we spoke about. So thanks for all the awesomeness that you have put into Principle. Like I said earlier, a fantastic album for this year. I'm enjoying it, and once it is out, I know a lot of people will fall in love with this new release from you. So I'm wishing you all the best, and we are all really hoping to see you on the road real soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Keith. What a pleasure.
Thanks, Dennis. Take care of yourself and have a great evening. Bye bye.
You too. Bye.
Yeah, bye.